Hey everyone, let's jump right into this explainer. We're going to look at how dual enrollment can act as a really powerful bridge, taking you straight from high school to your future career or college life. Now, if you're a student or a parent here in Mississippi, you've probably heard the term tossed around by guidance counselors or friends, and honestly, it sounds like an amazing cheat code, right? You get to earn real college credit while you're still eating lunch in the high school cafeteria. But, just like any bridge, before you go speeding across it, you really need to understand its weight limits, where it actually leads, and if there are going to be any unexpected tolls along the way. So today, we're breaking down the exact mechanics of dual enrollment specifically for our Mississippi families.
So here's our roadmap. We're going to decode what dual enrollment actually is, look at the Mississippi Advantage, talk about the readiness and risks, and finally, lay out your practical next steps.
All right, Section 1, Decoding Dual Enrollment. Let's clear up the confusing jargon and get into how this whole thing actually works. Think of this as the very foundation of our bridge. In a dual enrollment program, you're staying in high school, sure, but you are officially registering for a college course. And to be clear, this isn't just an extra tough high school honors class, it's the real deal. It's facilitated by a partnering community college or university. What's cool is how flexible it is. Depending on the program, you might take the class online in your pajamas, right in your usual high school classroom, or you might even commute to a local college campus. The magic of it is that dual nature. You're checking off your high school graduation requirements while simultaneously banking official college credits.
Now, let's untangle three terms that get mixed up literally all the time, because knowing exactly what kind of credit you're signing up for is absolutely crucial. First, dual enrollment means you are in an actual college course. You pass the class, boom, you get the college credit. Dual credit, well, that's more of a broad umbrella term folks use for any class that counts for both. But advanced placement, or AP, is a totally different beast. That is a high school course, and you only get college credit if you pass a massive, high-stakes exam at the very end of the year. Plus, your future college has to actually accept that specific AP score. With dual enrollment, the pressure isn't riding on one single test in May. It's spread out over your performance during an entire college semester.
Moving on to Section 2, the Mississippi Advantage. Let's look at how you can really build a head start.
The sheer momentum these benefits give you is honestly incredible. I mean, did you know an average college course can cost over $1,000? By stepping into dual enrollment, you're getting a low-risk way to test out your interests while keeping a serious chunk of change in your pocket. Think you might want to do nursing, or maybe business, or agriculture. Try out the foundational courses right now. If you love it, you've just built a massive head start. And if you absolutely hate it, well, you learned that before paying full university tuition for a degree you don't even want. Plus, it massively boosts your academic confidence because you get a taste of real college expectations while you're still living at home with your usual support system.
But, hey, what if you have absolutely no idea what you want to do for a career? That is perfectly fine. Don't stress about having it all figured out. Even if you are totally undecided, dual enrollment helps you build universal core skills that Mississippi employers are literally begging for. We're talking about getting a jump on college-level writing and math, upgrading your critical thinking so you can solve complex problems, and mastering time management in an independent setting. You aren't just earning random credits, you are upgrading your professional operating system.
All right, on to Section 3, Readiness and Risks. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we need to talk about the tolls and weight limits on this bridge.
The big takeaway here is that true academic readiness is about way more than just having a high GPA. Being a smart high schooler doesn't automatically mean you're ready to be a college student. College classes demand a totally different level of maturity. It means you have to proactively communicate with your instructors because, trust me, they aren't going to chase you down for late homework or call your mom if you skip class. It requires managing strict deadlines and being highly self-directed. If you're someone who leans on frequent reminders from teachers to get your work done, the college environment can be a pretty harsh wake-up call.
And that leads right into a very real danger: academic overload. A college semester packs a ton of information into a very short, very fast-moving window. It demands way more independent reading and studying outside of class. If you take on too many advanced courses too quickly, your stress levels are going to spike. You have to look at the big picture. Can you actually balance a fast-paced college course with Friday night football, your part-time job, and your family responsibilities?
There are some other practical, real-world challenges you've got to keep in mind too. First up is transferability. It is so important to remember that these credits are not automatically accepted everywhere. If you're eyeing an out-of-state university, they might not honor the credit you earned at a local Mississippi community college. Then you've got scheduling conflicts, like if a required college lab overlaps with band practice. And if the class isn't online, how are you getting to campus? But the biggest risk? Your grades. A poor grade here permanently impacts both your high school diploma and your future college transcript. This isn't a practice run, guys. It goes on your permanent record. Okay, let's wrap things up with Section 4, your next steps. Time to map out your unique journey.
You're going to want to start by sitting down with your high school counselor and asking some very direct questions. First, what specific programs are actually approved at your school? Not every high school partners with every college. Then, you need to find out if you even qualify. Do you need a certain GPA? Do you need a specific ACT score? Are there prerequisite classes you have to knock out first? Find out exactly what your barrier to entry is.
Next, you've got to verify how this impacts your immediate future. Will this college course actually check off a box for your high school graduation? You definitely don't want to fall short of your high school diploma just because you took the wrong college class. And this is huge. Never assume a course is free. Some programs are subsidized, but others aren't. Have your counselor give you the details in writing about tuition, hidden facility fees, transportation costs, or that ridiculous $300 biology textbook.
Finally, protect yourself from nasty surprises by verifying transferability. If you know you want to go to a specific university in Mississippi, just ask them directly, will this credit apply to my future degree? And be realistic with yourself. Ask what safety nets are in place. If you're completely overwhelmed by week 3, is there tutoring? Can you drop the class without it completely tanking your GPA? Know your parachute options before you jump out of the plane.
Which brings us to our final thought. Dual enrollment is an incredibly powerful tool. It can shave thousands of dollars off a college education and get you into the workforce faster and more prepared than ever. But ultimately, when you weigh the financial head start against the intense academic demands, the permanent transcript risks, and the maturity required, you really have to ask yourself a hard question. Are you actually building a sturdy bridge to your future career, or are you just rushing to pay a toll you aren't quite ready for yet? Talk to your counselors, ask the tough questions, and make sure you pick the route that sets you up for success. Thanks for checking out this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.